Hi, my name is Vijay Chandu. I'm from AML branch. I'm going to explain about what is process and process state. And I'm going to brief about process introduction, program versus process life cycle and process states. So let's look at process introduction. Process is a program in execution. When we are executing a program, it is called as a process. A process in memory has text section, which is a program code. Next, data section, the variables and the values, etc. Next, stack contains the run address, local address, function parameters, which is in the program code. Next, heap address, dynamic runtime memory during the execution of a process, and this may vary. Heap address is the topmost uh, available address at the top level of the memory. Process in memory. This is the diagrammatical representation. Next, what is program and process? What is the difference? So here you can see program. Program is a passive entity. Process is an active entity which has program counter that tells the next instruction to be executed and also has a set of associated resources. Program is just a passive entity which doesn't run itself. But process is a program which is under execution, and it will execute the code by taking the CPU time. Then we call it as a process. Program stores sequence of instructions written in a file stored in the secondary memory. Program stores the sequence of instructions which we want the computer to execute and written in a file stored in the secondary memory. The programs which is in the secondary memory contains the instructions which we want to execute by the CPU or the computer. Next, whenever we want to execute that code which is stored in that file, that is called as a process. Next, program becomes process when the file is loaded in primary memory. As I said, whenever we want to execute that program, and first of all, we need to store that in the primary memory or bring that into primary memory, then we call it as a process. This is process life cycle. Here we have 5 stages of a process. First one is new, second one ready, then it goes to running, next terminated. First of all, and waiting also. First of all, when a process is created, initialized, then it is will be in the new state. Next, whenever the process is whenever it wants to get executed, then it will be coming to the ready stage where there is a queue of processes waiting to execute. Next, whenever it is ready and whenever it wants to get whenever it get the CPU time, it will move to the running stage. If any interrupt occurs or any data which is required to a process is not available or busy, or any IO devices is busy, which is need to be executed by the IO devices, the program will get suspended. The program will get into the waiting stage. Whenever the later, whenever that IO device which the program required is ready, again it will come to the ready state. And next, whenever it is ready, it goes to the running state and it wants to get execute. Whenever that process gets executed, it gets lastly into the terminated state where the process is killed. So from new, where it will born, and terminated where it will be killed. This is the process life cycle. Next, process stages. First one is new. A process is generated. In a new state, process is generated. Next, ready state. Multiple processes are ready to run under a CPU. In ready state, there will be a ready queue. All the processes will be in the queue format. Here, it follows the first in, first out. Whatever process comes first into the queue, it will get the execution time of CPU first. Next, running state. Currently executing on a CPU. Next, running state is whenever the process is whenever the process got the CPU time to get executed, then it will be in the running stage. Next, waiting for an event or an IO. If a process wants an IO device to get executed, that for some case the IO is busy with some other process or it is not connected properly, then it will come to the ready state. From waiting stage to ready state. Once the event is available, process move to the ready state. Next, terminated. Where the process is killed, it means the life cycle of process is completed. It means its task is completed and it will get killed. So this is my presentation about process and process states. Thank you.